My name is Paul Bono. I'm the owner and operator of Paul Bono Fitness, a fitness and nutrition coaching company where we help men and women over 35 lose weight, build muscle, and live pain-free so that they can enjoy their life outside the gym. Really, in 2011, I had a physical and I had some low white blood cells and low platelets that came back. Physically, it was a couple years later, around 2015, where I was getting some alopecia spots in the back of my head. And then it was a couple years later when they popped up in 2017 that I really knew there was a problem. Before I was diagnosed, I was a high-level athlete, training and competing at the CrossFit Games level, competing at national level weightlifting meets. And afterwards, I really had to adjust my expectations of my own physical abilities. I thought for certain my future would consist of harsh medications. It would consist of organ failure, premature death, like all of these terrible things. So going into the diagnosis, there was just a ton of fear. Afterwards, there was a little bit of relief, and then that fear came right back. The most intense moment with my lupus journey and diagnosis was at one point, I had about 700 milliliters of fluid pressing on my heart. Anything over 300 is going to lead to cardiac tamponade. And what that ended up doing was that amount of fluid was pressing on my vagus nerve, causing my heart rate to plummet and my blood pressure to plummet. And I needed to have an emergency heart surgery. Otherwise, I would have died within the next hour. The AVISE CTD test was incredibly impactful for my journey with lupus, mainly because it was the first time that I had a test show me accurately where I stood with the condition. And it showed me that I was getting very close to a medical remission. So I was still on medication, but I was symptom-free and my blood work was starting to show it. And it gave me the confidence to start doing and challenging myself in ways that I hadn't for a while, because I saw that my health was steadily improving. So it allowed me to start challenging myself with different foods and going out a little bit more often and being in the sun and picking up old hobbies like running and hiking a little bit more. So it gave me the confidence to start interweaving my favorite parts of my life before I was diagnosed with lupus back into my life after I was diagnosed with lupus.